Justice Minister Thembi Simelane says she has paid in full the coffee shop loan. Simelane took a loan of over R500,000 from a company that brokered unlawful investments of 349 million rands into VBS Bank by the Polokwane Municipality while she was the mayor of the city back in 2016. Minister Simelane is answering questions from the Portfolio Committee on Justice. Members of Parliament are quizzing the members or the minister on this loan. She has also denied any conflict between her oversight of the National Prosecuting Authority, which is responsible for a raft of criminal and VBS cases, and her own links to VBS. During a media briefing on Thursday following his state visit to China, President Cyril Ramaphosa said that the allegations surrounding Simelane will not be swept under the carpet. Simelane says she regrets the harm that the issue has caused the depositors of VBS in Venda.
Did I receive any improper benefits? I did not receive any improper benefits from the contractor, as indicated. Again, I would want to give a bit of some context. When one is appointed as an office bearer in public service, maybe I must start that before being a public office bearer, I've worked for Limpopo provincial government for about 15 years. From a position of an assistant director, right all the way when I resigned, I was an acting DDG. Having moved from Safety, Security, Agriculture, Office of the Premier, in fact, Office of the Premier, then Agriculture, Department of Public Works. Moved into being an office bearer in the public service. It becomes difficult to obtain employment outside public service and even to assist family members due to nepotism and favoritism or any other explanation. But also, political positions by their very own nature are short-term. And that necessitated me that I investigate a feasibility of commencing such a business, and a coffee shop seemed a feasible option so that I could create employment opportunities for myself and my next of kin. The coffee shop employed between 8 to 12 people, depending on some of the work that was contractual, and the staff may not be permanent on a day-to-day basis. And I made this consideration precisely because to ensure that I have got an alternative when the office, public office life comes to an end.
SABC News reporter Abra Barbia is tracking the story and joins us live. Good afternoon, Abra. Finally, we've heard from the minister herself and has gone into detail about what she used this loan for and how it benefited or was seeking to benefit her. She talks about job creation and that she thought of her life post-politics. Do you think that the Parliament will be satisfied with everything that she has said, particularly on the fact that she says she has repaid the money? Was proof sought?
Yeah, good afternoon. Look, I don't think that this is the end of it. Just because the minister came to explain today, I really don't think that this is the end of it in terms of the parliamentary leg. Even the committee actually ended a few minutes ago, and in his closing remarks, the committee chairperson, Mr. Rola, he thanked the minister for coming and for being so open to MPs and for laying everything down, saying that the committee now has a much clearer picture of what actually happened. So he seems quite satisfied. But the committee is going to be seeking legal counsel from its parliamentary advisors in terms of how they can go about to actually get proof of the loan being paid in terms of statements and, record that the minister can provide, because this isn't an official inquiry. This was just a matter of the minister coming and just answering questions that have been of national public interest over the last few weeks. So this was the view of the chairperson of the committee, very grateful, and he seems to think that he has clarity on the matter. But when I spoke to other MPs after, they said they had no clue what the chairperson was speaking about because they didn't feel that enough was answered. One of the questions that the minister, I don't know if she dodged the question, but one question that was asked on more than one occasion was whether she would step aside pending an investigation, if she would just stand down for a while until her name is cleared. What she said was, it's up to the president to decide. One of the DA MPs then said, no, but you can make the decision yourself to step aside, until everything is cleared up. And even though the question was asked more than once, she didn't go any further than to say it is up to the president to decide. So we're going to wait to hear from Parliament's legal team in terms of whether the committee can request those documents, the proof of payment, which the minister says she is willing to provide. And, the questions were very repetitive because I feel like MPs didn't feel like they were getting the answers that they were looking for. So the minister, it was basically a cycle of her saying over and over, it was a loan which I've repaid, it was a loan which I've repaid. And I mean, as you heard earlier, she did say that she regrets the hurt and harm it's caused to the people who were affected by the VBS Bank scandal. But we are going to wait for the committee to get back to us about what the legal people of Parliament say. And then the minister, in fact, is going to be appearing before the committee again on Tuesday on another matter. We might have an update by Tuesday in terms of how this specific issue is going to be taken forward. But for now, they're going to have to wait on Parliament's legal team. Diabo?
April, of course, SABC has been tracking the story and we have been bringing you live visuals of the minister in Parliament answering those questions, as you can see on your screen there. Those are the live visuals coming in there. Perhaps let's remind our viewers, April, a little bit about what she said that money did and benefited things like job creation and how many people she employed, etc. A little bit of what she said, but not a lot. Do you perhaps remember some of what she said that we can share with our viewers?
Look, there wasn't a lot of focus on that. I think it was in her opening statement when she said that she feels she had to come here to, to explain. What she said was, she made statements like, being a public office bearer, it's not a lifetime job. You can be removed at any point, and she needed to secure a financial plan for herself and her family. And for this reason, she started looking around at other options that were available to her in the event that she no longer was getting a salary from government. And then she said she came across this deal, the sale of this little coffee shop in Sandton, and she thought, let me jump on this right now, because this was something that she could then, it was like a fallback for her in the event that she was no longer in government. So that was her reasoning. But it was very interesting when she said, when she came across the deal, she had to jump on it immediately. Those were her remarks, but it had everything to do just with her being able to take care of her family post being a government official. Diabo?
April, thank you so much for the update. April Probia is our colleague in Cape Town. She's been keeping tabs on this story where the Minister of Justice has been answering to Parliament regarding the issue of that loan. Thanks so much, April.